Hello, my friends. Start Paradigm again. This should be a really simple review, uh, because there's not much there's not much to say about this particular help, other than I uh, I got this from JQ Sabers, and it's simply just a stunt saber. Very much just a one-off piece. I contacted Darren after I purchased it, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, is this like a new thing that you're going to be producing?" And he was, more or less just saying, "No, that's just a one-off piece." And he said he had a few more of these hilts, so there is a possibility if any of you want to acquire one of these, you can possibly do that by hitting up Darren at JQ Sabers, but I don't really know. So I kind of apologize in advance for presenting to you, well, a really excellent stunt saber that you probably can't get. So this hilt is 11 inches long, anodized, runs off a lithium-ion 18650 battery, which is in here. There's a bit of a retention screw that holds the chassis in place. I tried to remove the chassis, but I could not do it. You can see there's a recharge port right here, and you can see the chassis right in there. I was able to get to kind of almost come out, but yeah, it's really in there quite tightly. Um, and mostly why I wanted to try to get that out was just to kind of see what's going on in there, see if there was anything in the way of electronics other than just a wired up battery. The reason why I was wondering that was I was trying to get more information from Darren regarding this hilt. I wanted to find out what it had for LEDs, and he couldn't seem to remember. He said it could be a tri-cree setup. I don't recall the wattage, or it could be like a 9-watt RGB. And if it was a 9-watt RGB, then one would think that there'd be some kind of board in there to sort of regulate that, because that would mean that there's something dictating what the RGB values are. Okay, so I have a 32-inch custom saber shop blade in here. I think it's a heavy grade blade. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a heavy grade blade. And if I turn this on, you can see that it is set to purple. I just charged this saber. It took a while to charge. It was pretty low in juice when I received it, and it's very bright. Sorry, it's daylight here, so you're not getting the full measure of this. I haven't done a nighttime LED demonstration of this because it's just a stunt saber. There's really not much to it, but suffice to say, it's purple. It does very much. Let me see. It does very much illuminate profusely from the emitter, and I'd say the color holds pretty consistent all the way throughout the blade. It's just sort of the first 3 inches or so are the brightest, and it has a backlit switch. This is just white, and it's just a latching switch. Just clicks into place. We have an angled emitter with a kind of a cut at the top, and everything on this hilt is very smooth and well finished. There's your blade retention screw and an LED retention screw. I tried to see if maybe some of this came apart, but it seems all pretty much solidly either glued together or so tight that you can't undo any of this. Black anodized finish. Has no cover tech wheel or anything of the like. It's just basically a solid piece, very solid piece, fairly lightweight, with a 32-inch blade. Balances right about where my fingers are here. Hello, and so it has good balance. It's comfortable, and essentially just made for competitive dueling, I would imagine. So as I said, angled emitter. You get a look at that. A little bit of a tactile point right here, sort of give you give you a bit of a choke point, I guess. You can put your finger right up against that. That's a good place to hold this. I would say you can really kind of strangle this thing, and so you get that tactile feel. So you get hand positioning. It's got another little tactile groove there to indicate where the switch is for identifying that location. Another groove, and then a grip towards the end of the hilt, and really no pommel to speak of. Just that action right there. So this did come with a charger. I have a million chargers. Ironically, the charger that I've been using actually came from JQ Sabers. I use that for all my Sabers that use 18650 batteries. They're all 3.7 volts, so they all kind of run off the same sort of system. So, yeah, really, really, really simple, no frills. Hilt didn't cost very much. I think I spent $79. 79 was it euros? No, they're not euros anymore. They were British pounds, yes. So I'd say this probably ended up costing me about $110. And I bought it, for the likelihood that someday I'll get to duel. Once COVID-19 is over with, I can get out there into the world and maybe find someone to duel with. I've had some prospective people, you know who you are, contacting me. But such as the world is right now, that's not really meant to be. So yeah, another acquisition from JQ Sabers. This came with my Corbanth Sith Planet Obi-Wan Kenobi saber, which I've yet to review, which I should probably do either maybe later today, probably tomorrow. I haven't been able to install any fonts onto that saber because I just don't have a computer that'll allow me to do that. So everything's stock on that thing. So I've been kind of hesitant to do the review, but that's a beautiful saber, and this one's quite nice. And it's good for practice, and and possibly dueling someday. Yeah. So anyway, that's a really simple sort of review, more or less just showing off, and yeah. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions regarding this thing, just let me know. I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. I don't really know too much about it. But like I said, if you want to try to acquire one, you can contact Darren at JQ Sabers. There's a website, and they also have a Facebook page, and you can message him, and he's pretty good at responding. They do custom work as well as producing one-offs and various and sundry hilts here and there, and sometimes they offer things like that Corbanth Sith Planet Obi-Wan Kenobi NeoPixel saber that I got. It's sort of sometimes it's a bit of a hodgepodge of different sabers and hilts, but sometimes you find some really neat some neat surprises there, and as if you've been following my channel for a while, JQ Sabers is one of my favorite sabersmiths of everyone I deal with. So anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this, and stay safe, stay healthy, do all the right things, my friends, and have fun and be happy. My love to you all. You guys take care, and I will talk to you later. Take care now. Bye.